So let's take a look at an example where we actually use equations and see if we have a solution in order to resolve an issue. And here's a great one I think you enjoy. You know, I get an awful lot of fan mail. In fact, this is just from today alone. This is my fan mail. And it's great. And thank you. If you've written to me, I really want to thank you very much because I appreciate all those letters. They're great. And in fact, I'll just pick out two here at random. One is from Janie and one is from Jamal. And let's see, I bet you're going to tell me how much they like me. Let's see what they say. So this is from Janie, and she says, she thinks I'm at least 80 inches tall. She doesn't say anything about what she thinks of me as a teacher. But she thinks I'm 80 inches tall. So that's a nice piece of fan mail, what do you think? Let's see what Jamal wrote. He probably tells me that he thinks I'm great. Let's see what he says. Jamal says he thinks I'm 6 feet tall. Okay, well, the question, though, is, are these the same? Are these the same answer? Are they the same answer? So what does that mean? Can I both be 80 inches tall and at the same time be 6 feet tall? Well, we can actually produce an equation and see if we can see the answer, if these two things are the same or not. So let's think about it. The first thing we see is that, well, Janie writes that I'm 80 inches tall. So one thing is 80 inches. So that's one side. Now what's the other side? The other side, Jamal says, oh, well, he's guessing 6 feet. Well, the problem is I can't compare the feet and the inches. So I need an equation that will allow me to go back and forth from feet to inches. And here's a way that we can think about it. I know that 12 inches make 1 foot. So that means if I know how many feet there are, if I take that answer and multiply it by 12, I'll convert it into inches. So I can write that out as 12, and let me call the number of feet, I'm going to give that an unknown, I'm going to call that F, and that's going to equal the number of inches. Let's just think about it. If I put in 2 here for feet, then this produces 24, and that equals 24 inches. So now, what we would do is I would insert Jamal's guess of 6 feet into here, and so let's see what happens. The question is, when I put in 6 for F, F equals 6, will that be the same as Janie's guess? So will that be a solution to 12F equals 80? So that's the question. Are these two the same? So let's plug in 6 in for F. If we plug 6 in for F, then we have 12 times 6. And what's 12 times 6? That's 72. So we see that we have 72 on the left side, but on the right side, we have Janie's guess of 80. And so we see these are not the same guess. So this, in fact, is not a solution to this formula. So this equation doesn't have 6 as a solution. So you can test to see if a particular value is a solution to an equation or not by simply inserting that value wherever you see that variable. And if the two sides balance perfectly, which in math means you get the exact same quantity, then you have a solution. And if, in fact, the balance scale tips one way or the other, you know, no solution yet. But keep looking. See you soon.